Hey y'all, it's Eli. I hope you're hungry. I'm making some fajitas tonight. So what you're going to want to do before anything else is heat you up a couple of cast iron skillets or really thick skillets that distribute the heat well. You want these to be sizzling hot by the time you put your meat and your vegetables in. So I've had them heating up on low. I'm going to turn them up just below medium, get them a little bit hotter. I am making chicken and steak fajitas tonight, so I've got 2 chicken breasts here. I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this fat and the tendon. I'm going to cut them in half. And then I'm going to slice them into strips. Take your chicken, put it into a Ziploc bag. So I've got a flank steak here. You can see it's covered in quite a bit of fat, so do your best just to clean that up, trim as much of the fat off as you can. So when you get your flank steak pretty cleaned up, you're going to cut it in half. And then you're going to cut it against the grain. You see how the grain goes this way? We're going to cut this way because no one wants chewy steak. Get another Ziploc bag, put your steak in it. Take a little bit of olive oil, drizzle in with your chicken and your steak, maybe a teaspoon. I've got some homemade fajita seasoning here. This is just chili powder, cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt, pepper, and a little bit of sugar. The sugar doesn't make it sweet, it helps it to crisp up and have those nice crisp edges like you get at the Mexican restaurant. So just put as much seasoning in as you want. I usually mix this up just before and then put about half in each bag. So seal it, get most of the air out, and just massage it between your hands to make sure every piece of meat is coated. When your meat's all seasoned up, just leave it in the bag, let it sit while you prepare your vegetables. So I've got some assorted peppers here, green, orange, and yellow, and then I've got a red onion. That's just because this is a prettier color than a regular white sweet onion would be in stir fry. So I went ahead and cut these in half, took the seeds and most of the vein out. I'm going to cut these into nice thick slices. Ta-da! So I'm going to leave the vegetables sitting. I'm going to take my steak. I like to dump the steak back out onto a plate just so I can see what I'm doing because we don't want to overcrowd the pan. So I'm just going to get one piece at a time with a pair of tongs. We're not going to overcrowd the pan. Depending on how well done you like your steak, you might need to go 2 minutes per side. You might need to go 4 minutes per side. I like a more medium well steak, so I'm probably going to go 3.5 minutes, flip it. For the chicken, it doesn't really matter if you dump it out into a plate because you got to cook this long enough to get it completely done anyways. So just don't crowd your pan. The chicken's probably going to need to go about 4 minutes per side. So we'll come back and flip them, see what they look like. So it's been 3.5 minutes on the steak. It's got a nice crust on it. I'm going to go ahead and flip it, go another 3.5 minutes, and that should give me a medium to medium well for my steak, which is just where I like it. So 4 minutes is up on the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. It's getting a nice crust as well. You want to make sure you get your chicken cooked all the way through. Should not be a problem when you're using cast iron or a heavy duty skillet, but you always want to make sure that your chicken is cooked all the way through. So the steak is finished. I'm going to take it out, put it into a separate bowl. I'm going to place some more steak in the skillet. Go another 3.5 minutes per side on that until all my steak is finished. I'm going to check the chicken to make sure it's done. Alrighty y'all, most of the meat is done. All my steak is finished. Smells awesome. I'm finishing up the rest of the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my vegetables. So this one skillet is popping hot. You're going to want to stir this constantly until it's as tender as you want it. You want to get some nice brown color on them, a couple of charred spots. You don't want to make these mushy. So stir them constantly, maybe 4 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes would be good for about anybody. The rest of the chicken's finished, so I'm going to set it out, and I'm going to put the other half of my vegetables in my other cast iron skillet. Y'all see the beautiful color on this? If you need to add a little bit more oil to your skillet, you're more than welcome to do that. After about 3 minutes of cooking, stirring everything constantly, jack your heat up just a little bit, maybe just over a medium 7 or 8 on your stove. Push all the vegetables down to where they're touching the skillet in as many areas as you can get them. Let it sit, not stirring for 1 to 2 minutes. That's going to give everything a nice color on every piece of your vegetables. I know you noticed I didn't put any fajita seasoning on here like I did on the meat. That's because I don't really season the vegetables with anything other than some garlic cloves, because these taste so good already, there's no reason to take away from that flavor. So after your 1 minute's up, everything should have a nice color on every piece. Give it another stir. Take a tad bit more oil if you need it. We've got 5 garlic cloves here total, so I'm just going to divvy it up between my skillets. I'm going to let this cook right in the center for about 1 minute. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off, because the residual heat in these cast iron skillets is going to keep cooking until my garlic's done. When your garlic's fragrant, go ahead, stir one last time, combine everything, don't let the garlic burn. Veggies are done. We've got a beautiful skillet of fajita veggies sizzling. Just like something that would come out to your table at the Mexican restaurant. So I'm gonna sit this off to the side and I'm gonna start plating up my fajitas. Hey y'all, it's been less than an hour. I've got a plate of delicious homemade fajitas here, steak, chicken, and some beautiful vegetables. I heated up a couple of tortillas. I've got me a side of some sour cream and cheese. Can't have fajitas without sour cream and cheese. So I'm gonna put me one together real quick. I'm not the best at rolling up tacos, burritos, fajitas, things like that, but it gets the job done. That turned out really good. The chicken's tender, the steak is tender, the vegetables still have some crisp to them. The only thing that would make this any better is a homemade tortilla, which I've tried before and I'm not good at that. If y'all always wondered how to make those delicious fajitas right at home, all you need is a nice thick skillet, cast iron preferred, about an hour of your time, and a few ingredients. You have a delicious meal right at home. Thanks for watching. Hey y'all, it's Eli. Whether you're here for my hair, my accent, or my cooking, please make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Cooking for Everybody. Now everybody get cooking.